Hey everybody, if you like the content I'm putting out, thank you for being here. And if you like what I'm doing, please like, comment, and subscribe and share with your friends. So today I am going to go over the legitimate Blade Tech mount, and I'm going to compare it with the Temu tech mount version. I don't think they call it that, but it's obviously what it is. So first impressions, now I haven't opened these. On my last video I said I wasn't going to open the Temu one until the new one came in. So I'm going to do side-by-side comparison. The Blade Tech one, the package isn't clear, but this should be black. This is coyote or a brown peanut butter color. So that way I could tell them apart. So first impressions, the packaging is similar. This bag's a little bit bigger, and it does have instructions and parts list on the back. So here's this. That is the legit Blade Tech Made in America one. This is the Temu version. Alright, well let's crack them open and see what we have. So this one is already, this one's not sealed, where the Blade Tech one is. Has some mold marks on it. There in the middle, see that little white dot? And there's a little white dot here. These are so no instructions, so I just have to figure out how to use this myself. Oh, I see. I don't know how to get this thing out. So that's a downside. There is no instructions in this one. There is, let's see, got a handful of washers. So let's see, one long screw, and then 6 short screws, and 2, 4, 6, 7 little grommets, the back ends, the female ends that you screw into. So I imagine the long, I just lost a piece. I imagine the long screw and the washer go together for some sort of spacing hardware. Alright, let's see what the legit real deal one has to do. So this one was sealed. This one was already split at the top, so you could just open it. This one I had to peel off this, and then it does have the sandwich bag reclasping. They both have that, but this one... Alright, so right off the bat, we have an instruction manual. These pieces come separate, and it shows me, so this comes with hardware in here, and then there is additional hardware in this. Packaging, I would say, is better. Product finish, I think, is better too. I mean, let's see. So I have to figure out how to get this thing out of here. But it comes, the Temu version comes with these screws already in, and the legit one does not. So let's see, what do I have to do? So inserting the 360 insert disc to begin, ensure that the secondary lock, let's just skip to the removing the insert disc. Ensure the secondary lock is in the center unlock position. So that would be this. So whenever you have whatever in here and you want it to be secure, you put this to the side, and that will keep it from being able to be released. So whenever they talk about being in the unlock position, that would be this little part right here being in the center position. So I should just be able to have this in the center, and then I push on this, and this comes out the top. Alright, I had to push them both, and it did fall out eventually. So let's see. Now that I've got them separate, so there are some Maker's Mark differences. So here they are, side by side. Now I mentioned this mold mark here is not shaved off. That's something that if you're familiar with any molding process, or you put together models, if you clip it off the sprue, you'll have this, and this is not trimmed off on here. This one does not have it here. It's smooth, and in its place is a Made in the USA stamp, and then underneath here is patent pending, and then here at the top is Blade Tech. And then on the inside it has Blade Tech, patent pending, and they feel like they weigh about the same. Feel like it's about the same material. The finish is not as good on the Temu version. This one has no mold marks, no flashing. So again, there's the back. These sides still have the same pins or similar pins. This is the inside, and then there's pins there. The top, I don't know if you could see it, but this is kind of rough. It has some flashing where there's a mold line there, and that could have been trimmed. On the Blade Tech legit one, it is trimmed. This is what they look like on the bottom. Function of the, they look like they've used the same mold, is very similar. I mean, I'd be interested to hear what Blade Tech has to say, if these were ever manufactured in China and that's how they got the tooling for it, because these look very similar. Alright, now let's compare the insert. They look just about identical. There's the front. Here's the back. I mentioned there's a little nub here. There is a little spot for that here, but it's smoothed out on the legit one. The edges. This one, this is pretty smooth. So the finish on these parts are pretty good. So what you're going to see is this part goes towards the holster or towards the mag pouch or whatever you're attaching. And then this side is what faces, so it goes like this. And you have these facing in. And these little teeth are what the locking mechanism is. Because if you look on the back here, that's, you're pushing out. And that's what unlocks it and lets it come free. And then whenever you turn this, see these little teeth move out of the way, and then you can't. So that's why when it's in the down position, it is open, and you could take out the holster, take out whatever it is. And when it's front or back, whichever way oriented it is, the whatever you have in here, a holster or whatever, will be secure. And then you should, let's see, this has canting. So this is how it goes in. It'll go in like this. And then you should be able to cant it. There it goes. So those teeth do click into the teeth. There must be teeth on this side of this thing too, on the part you can't see. So that locks that in. There should be a way to... I'm going to have to monkey with it when it's actually attached to something because it's hard to twist this. But you're supposed to be able to cant this. So you attach this to the holster, and then if you prefer it to be canted a little bit to the front or a little bit to the rear, or if it's on your chest and you want it sideways or however it is, then you're able to do that with this. There we go. Now, put this back together. Let's look at the hardware real quick. Screws are still... There's 2, 4, 6. Oh, hold on a second. No, there's only 3 screws and 3 little female ends in this one, or grommets or whatever they are. Let's see what's in this one. This is fastened with a rubber band. And there is 1 long screw. One long screw. This is a hard plastic washer. Wasn't this one rubbery? And there's a longer female end, which the Temu version, yes, this washer is rubbery and smushy. This washer from the legit one is more like a hard plastic. There is the difference would be these female ends. It only comes with short ones, and it does come with a long screw. But the legit one comes with a longer female end for that spacer and that long screw. Another difference, so this is the legit one, this is the Temu version. The long screw head shape is different. They both are Phillips. The short screws, I don't know that I could tell them apart. I guess there's a teeny tiny bit of a difference. This is legit Blade Tech, this is Temu. And this one has a sharper edge here, and this one's a little bit flatter there. Very similar. So these are Blade Techs. These are Temu. They look pretty darn similar. Temu, Blade Tech. Let's see, let me put this in here correctly. Oh. Are the teeth the same size? They look like they're supposed to be. Let me see. So, those teeth on the receiver match these inner teeth on the input device. So let's see here. All right. It appears that the legit one will fit into here. All right, let's see if we can get the Temu one to fit into the legit one. It seems like it's just a little... It fit. Yeah, that was snug. Yeah, that's tight. I don't think they're going to be as interchangeable as they look. I mean, superficially, they look similar. See, this is why I'm glad I got them different colors. See, with... Oh, man. Well, so it doesn't seem like there's some difference in tooling. The molds look very similar. The Temu one is not finished as nice, though. And dimensionally, a little bit snug. Got to figure out a way to... This would probably be easier if I had mounted this to something. Alright, well, I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. Now, I am going to take the legit one and mount it to my drop leg holster. I want to swap out the... I'm going to keep the Safariland holster, but I'm going to take the Safariland quick release off and put the Blade Tech one on. And I'm going to use the legit one, assuming I can get this Temu peanut butter piece out of here. But I have the instructions. I'll make another video on attaching that, assuming I get this out. But they're not... They look very similar, but I think quality control is going to land on Blade Tech's favor. This is just better finish all the way around. I will see how this one works with everything else. Hope that helps.